Alright, good afternoon aviators and aviation fans. This is Mike, the Chili Dog pilot. We're flying in the Tomahawk today. It's Thanksgiving weekend. It's mostly VFR day, although a bit brisk and a little bit of windiness outside. But I figured I'd take the time to jump in the Tomahawk and cruise down to Maryland and knock out a couple more airports in the Explore Maryland program. So I'm thinking right now, based on the forecast, I was originally going to go to Western Maryland, hit like Hagerstown and Cumberland, but there's some potential for icing a little bit later today. So instead, I am going to circle Philadelphia and then head south and try to knock out Salisbury and Ocean City, Maryland. So we're on the climb out. I'm at 3,600 going up to 4,500, and then I'm kind of staying northwest of the class Bravo, and we'll proceed down that way and then cross over Delaware and down. I may try to pick up Philly approach somewhere en route, but for now I'm just going towards Pottstown.
Left downwind will be entering.
So here's a map of the route that we took down to Salisbury. We did go around the Bravo to the west and doglegged it down to Salisbury after we got past the Philadelphia airspace.
12685.
Government traffic, Cessna 172 base 2.
Number 2 in sequence. Number 784 Lima Alpha, I think I gave it to you, but just in case, you can maintain VFR 4,500. Number 4 Lima Alpha, thank you for checking. You are cleared through the Bravo.
And good morning, Philly approach, Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, VFR request.
906 X-ray, I think you're number 3 or 4 in the sequence. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
And approach Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, standing by for VFR request.
Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, Flock 0236.
Okay, 0236 for 96 X-ray.
November 95, check out trim left, heading 270. 1996 X-ray goes into your plane.
Okay, 96 X-ray is about 6 miles south of Pottstown, going VFR to Salisbury, Maryland. We'd like clearance for the class Bravo.
Okay, stand by, as your plane. November 96 X-ray, spot 1165.
Okay, 1165 for 96 X-ray.
Mike, make your request on 1975, 119.75. November 1196 X-ray, contact clear departure 124.35, 2435.
Okay, was that 3425 for 96 X-ray?
That was for 1996 X-ray, 2435, 124.35 for 96 X-ray going to Salisbury.
Okay, 12435 for Tomahawk 96 X-ray, thank you.
Number 31 X-ray, contact clear.
Philly approaching Jet 523, passing 15.8 to be at Jake at 13,000.
Exit at 523, Philly approach to Philly altimeter 3050.
3050, Jet 523.
And good morning, Philly approach, Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, 4,500 VFR to Salisbury.
November 1996 X-ray, Philly approach to Philly altimeter 3050.
3050 to 96 X-ray.
Second 2408, climb and maintain 12,000, do not exceed 250 knots.
Climb and maintain 12,000, don't exceed 250 knots, American 2408.
American 2609, correct 10Z.
Correct 10C, American 2609.
Take straight 1115, contact New York approach 128.55.
2855, good day, big trip left.
I'm hoping the camera caught it, but there was a flock of geese that was right at 4,500, flying the same direction as us. Probably 100, 200 meters off our wing. That was interesting, and this is why it's always important to keep your eyes outside the cockpit.
Take straight 1115, contact New York approach 128.55.
2855, good day, big trip left.
Take straight 1115, contact New York approach 128.55.
2855, good day, big trip left.
And now that I've been able to watch the replays, I think my estimate of 1 to 200 meters was way overestimating the distance between myself and those geese.
Push at 477 to send via the Jake 4 arrival.
Send me the Jake 4, flight jet 477.
November 96 X-ray connectivity approach 119.75.
Okay, 119.75 for 96 X-ray.
We're done at Dallas, South 40.
November 9310 Juliet, turn right heading 090.
Right, 090, 10.
Good morning, Philly approach. Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, VFR 4500.
November 1996 X-ray, Philly approach, roger Philly, altimeter 3050.
3050, 96 X-ray.
Philly American 3208, level 10, 10,000, 250 knots here over SO information, Delta parking Alpha 7.
American 3208, Philly approach, roger, descend and maintain 7,000.
Not a 7,000, American 3208.
November 1996 X-ray, contact over approach 132.42.
Okay, Dover approach 13242, 96 X-ray.
Dutch American 2850 is with you at a 7.
Good morning, Dover approach. Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, VFR 4500.
Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, Dover approach level altimeter 3051.
3051, 96 X-ray. Alright folks, while we're cruising along here, we're level at 4,500. We're in Delaware, and we're working our way to Salisbury, Maryland. Figured have a quick conversation on some thoughts, just some conversations I've had with some other folks, especially reference instrument upgrades on your aircraft, and what are some considerations that go in there. So anyways, I shared my instrument panel upgrade that I did on the Tomahawk here, and it's always a consideration. As I mentioned before, I'm in a club and we have 3 aircraft, or we had 3 aircraft. We just sold our Piper Archer, was getting a lot of time on it, and so we're looking for a replacement. So obviously this generated a lot of conversation, even within the club, on what type of equipment to have. So real quick in refresher for my aircraft, I have a pair of GI-275s, so that replaces the attitude indicator as well as the horizontal situation indicator / heading indicator. So in addition to the 2 GI-275s, I also added a GNX 375, which is both a RNAV, GPS radio, as well as a transponder. And then I added 2 radios, one a nav comm radio and then just a pure comm radio to kind of update the panel here. And then in our club airplanes, they're pretty much standard. They all have GNS 430. The Dakota has a 530 as well. Then the others have 430 and then additional audio comms, and those types vary. And they're all equipped with a pair of G5s. So if you're familiar, the G5s were the older digital attitude indicator and horizontal situation indicator. I think they were originally designed for the experimental market and then came into the certified aircraft lane, whereas the GI-275s were kind of designed more for that. Biggest differences between the two that I can tell, obviously the GI-275s being newer, just have more capability, better resolution, but the GI-275s can also be primary instruments, where my understanding is the G5s cannot. In addition, the G5s are not compatible with several of the non-Garmin machines, primarily autopilots. So anyway, those are all considerations. So I will say, as of right now, I've been strictly a Garmin fan. I kind of prefer that. And I will say, like, especially with the newer Garmins, they definitely have some ease of use. Now, the other big GPS that's on the market right now, and I think it's actually for a lot of people, it's a strong consideration because it's a more budget-friendly option, but not different in capabilities. And in some cases, it might have actually had some better capabilities than some of the older Garmins, like airway plugging in and whatnot. That being said, I've tried playing around with the Avidynes on different simulators, like on iPad and whatnot, and I just still haven't figured it out. I think it's just the difference of different languages. But anyways, what I see, and I guess the thing I want to bring up is instrument panel upgrades are expensive. There's no two ways about it, regardless of which manufacturer you go with and your approach. So here are some of the learnings I had, though, that I think are important for aircraft owners to consider. Labor is a big factor of it. Oftentimes they'll tell you labor is probably going to be 50% or more of the cost. So you're going to spend a decent amount of change on the equipment, and then you're going to spend an equal amount of change on the labor to install. And a lot of that installation also includes removing all the old equipment. And so the best advice I've gotten, and it's not always practical to do this for one reason or another, it could be budget, could be time, but the best advice is if you can afford to do it and you have the ability to do it, is to do the entire panel in one sitting, because what ends up happening is if you do it piecemeal, and I know some people try to do that because they figure they have money to do like the G5s or GI-275s now, I'll do the GPS later, or in some order like that. The problem is you end up starting to pay more on labor than you would if you did it one time, because when you're installing and removing equipment, they're going to have to open up your panel, take things apart, and so you're spending, you're going to get additional hours of that repetitive work. So that's something to consider. So the other consideration, I see a lot of people are leaning towards going to G5s versus GI-275s, and yes, there is a price difference. Off the top of my head, I want to say it's like probably $1,500 to $2,000 difference. I was actually going to go that route when I was looking to do that, partly because I was familiar with the G5s, because that's what we have in our club planes, and secondly, I too was like looking to save some money. But I had a nice long conversation with multiple avionics shops, and they all recommended the same thing. And their answer was honestly kind of what I just encapsulated, right? Is you are going to spend a lot of money on updating your panel. Why would you update it with an older generation of equipment when you're ideally probably not going to do it again in 20, 30 years? So you might as well get the newest thing you have, because the reality is something new may come along in the near future. And at some point, you're going to be way behind the power curve on equipment. And, as I thought about it, that made sense. And I did a little more research on the GI-275s. And my biggest concerns was obviously the price difference, number one. Probably the biggest thing was the price difference. And then the form factor is technically smaller than the G5s. But once you start looking at the differences and the clarity on the GI-275s, it was clearly not going to be an issue that is a smaller form factor. What Garmin did really well, though, is lay this all out in a very clear manner, so you have a lot of information in a smaller space, and then the improved resolution it helps tremendously. So I would also say, again, if you're thinking about going to a digital replacement, you're sticking with Garmin, I would go Garmin GI-275s. Both in the attitude indicator and the amount of information they have there. When you look at the HSI, there's additional functionality, I think just clear functionality as well. And then I think the thing that throws it over the top for me, which I didn't even think about when I was selecting this equipment, was synthetic vision. So flying in instrument conditions, the synthetic vision just adds another layer of knowledge that you would not have, even with the GI-275s. Sometimes I get jealous because I think I mentioned to you before as well, I typically don't do a lot of instrument flying in this airplane. I'll do instrument practice. I'll occasionally go through some IMC conditions, but the reality is I don't have an autopilot, and it just becomes a lot of work to fly instruments, so it's more out of necessity than any type of desire. But the thing I like about it is when I'm in those instrument conditions, GI-275s on the attitude indicator, highlights where airports are located with flags. You get the runway depiction when you're doing the approach. So, so you have a lot of tools at your resources to be able to utilize when flying. So those are just considerations for me. That's just more my opinion in a lot of that case, but also some of it's backed by just information I've gotten from avionics shops and other people who are doing instrument panels. And the reason why it's top of mind is two reasons. Like I said, we just got rid of our Archer. It's still a great airplane. I'd say half of us were sad to see it go. I did a lot of my instrument training in that plane and got my instrument license in it. And it's just been a great aircraft. So whoever purchased it, purchased a great airplane that's going to have a long life for an individual user. It was just getting a lot of time for us as a club. So as we're looking for a new aircraft, I think one of the considerations is the instrument panel and the equipment it has. I think most people will find that the switch from a 430, 530 set of GPSs to whether it's the 650, 750, or the more slimline GPSs like I have, I think that transition is very simple. The touch screen and just the way it lays out the flight plans makes it a very easy transition. And so I think Garmin also does a good job of trying to solidify or standardize the way they do all these interactions. So just things to consider. And then, so I was talking about it from a club standpoint. And then, as a pilot, as an aircraft owner, and I think as an aircraft owner or non-aircraft owner as a pilot, I think a lot of us are always looking at, potential airplanes to buy. And, I do probably way too much window shopping of next airplanes. So, like I also mentioned in a previous video, this Tomahawk was, served me twofold purposes. The first one was obviously having an airplane that I could fly on my own that was relatively inexpensive to fly compared to the planes in the club. And then also just to really wet my whistle and get my experience with, airplane ownership. So as I'm looking at these planes, one of the considerations is, it's always better, I believe, to purchase an aircraft with the avionics you want, or the more expensive route, but obviously the more custom route is purchasing an aircraft that maybe needs all those things updated and then updating it to your likes, but knowing that, depending on what you decide to go with, that could easily be a $40,000 to $100,000 investment in the airplane. So anyway, those are considerations. What I'm going to do now, since we're starting to get closer
Over approach Cirrus 308 Juliet, 4,500.
Cirrus 308 Juliet, Dover approach altimeter 3051.
3051.
So what I'm going to do now as we're getting closer to Salisbury.
November 55 Delta, contact Philadelphia approach 119.75.
Go ahead and listen to the ATIS.
119.75.
See if we can get a read on the weather.
Remarks. Density altitude. Wind 340 at 06. Visibility 10.
Okay, so based on that, it sounds like we're going to be landing on runway 32. Okay, we're going to go fuel pump on, back to the right tank. Fuel flow still good. We'll go fuel pump off.
November 906 X-ray, contact Patuxent approach 127.905.
Okay, we're to Patuxent approach 127.905, 96 X-ray. Have a good day. And Patuxent approach, Tomahawk 1, 996 X-ray, level 4,500.
November 1996 X-ray, back to approach, Salisbury altimeter 3054.
3054, 96 X-ray.
November 3037 Echo, squawk 5321. November 906 X-ray traffic, 2 o'clock, 3 miles westbound, type unknown, altitude indicates 4,600 VFR.
Okay, 96 X-ray has traffic in sight.
And November 906 X-ray traffic alert, 11 o'clock, 2 miles opposite direction, is at key 105,000.
96 X-ray has traffic in sight, should be no factor.
Roger.
And approach 96 X-ray is going to begin VFR descent, and we can actually cancel with you at this point.
November 906 X-ray, roger. Radar estimator, squawk maintain VFR positions to advisories approved.
Okay, frequency change approved, and we're squawking VFR. Thanks for your help, 96 X-ray. And Salisbury Tower, Tomahawk 1996 X-ray is 11 miles to the north for landing.
Number 1996 X-ray, Salisbury Tower, altimeter 3051, wind 3207, report the right midfield downwind, runway 32.
Okay, 3051, and we'll report right midfield downwind for 32, 96 X-ray. Okay, fuel pump's on, we'll go mixture full rich. Landing lights on, everything else looks good, we're on the fullest tank. 1500, 400 to go. We're going to enter right downwind for 32. And Tower Tomahawk 96 X-ray is midfield right downwind 32.
96 X-ray, traffic is assessed and taken runway for departure, runway 32, you're clear to land, wind 2705.
Okay, clear to land 32, has traffic in sight, 96 X-ray.
1996 X-ray, what's your intention?
We're heading over to the FBO for 96 X-ray.
Roger, once you're off the runway, remain this frequency. Turn right on Alpha, cross 5, and then Delta Charlie.
Okay, with you, right on Alpha, cross 5, then Delta Charlie to the FBO, 96 X-ray.
So I had a marshaller greet me at the FBO, and as you see here, I'm kind of ignoring a little bit of his call to just taxi forward because there was a rope at the tie-down spot, and I didn't want to risk that getting pulled up by the propeller as I taxied over it.
Okay guys, we are departing Salisbury. We just came from the FBO. They were under construction. Very nice people, but the FBO was definitely torn apart. That being said, we had a quick stop in there, got our stamp. Sounds like they'll be fully up and running in a couple months, so we'll definitely come back. It's a nice FBO. We just got taxi instructions, so we're going to go Charlie Delta, cross 5 to runway 32, and then we'll depart to the east and head over to Ocean City, Maryland. And Salisbury Tower, Tomahawk 96 X-ray is ready to go, runway 32 at Alpha 5.
196 X-ray, Salisbury Tower, runway 32, wind 300 at 4, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Okay, clear for takeoff, runway 32, and proceed on course, 96 X-ray. Okay, 3-2, got 3-2 on the compass, power's coming in, power is full. There's 50 knots.
Salisbury grounds, Columbia 6 Philly Tango. Do you know if they're letting folks across the restricted airspace over the Chesapeake today?
162 Tango, Roger. I'll check and find out, but normally if you're below 3,500 feet, you're in the VFR zone anyway, but I'll check.
And Tower 96 X-ray is clear airspace, request frequency change.
Tower 96 X-ray, frequency change approved.
Great, frequency change approved, have a great day, 96 X-ray. Ocean City traffic, Tomahawk is 10 miles to the west. We'll be entering downwind for runway 32, Ocean City. Yeah, I have not been to Ocean City Airport since it was probably like 2005, 2006. It was before I joined the club, so I came here in the Cessna RG with a buddy of mine that I was classmates with at the academy.
Ocean City traffic, Archer 467 Foxtrot Alpha is about 10 north, going to enter left downwind 432.
And Ocean City traffic, Tomahawk midfield, left downwind 32, Ocean City.
Ocean City traffic, Skyhawk 395 Tango Hotel, upwind, runway 32, departing to the southwest. We've got the downwind traffic in sight, Ocean City.
Woodbine traffic, Archer 453, come back inbound on 45 for runway 31, left traffic, Woodbine.
Yeah, it's beautiful, right? Beach landing here. Okay, we're going to go flaps 1. We got fuel pump is on. We're still on the fullest tank. We'll go ahead and power down to 1500. We'll begin our descent. 3/4 of a mile from on the downwind from the runway. Turn our base right as we come over to the sandbar. Okay. Ocean City traffic, Tomahawk is left base, runway 32, Ocean City. This airport would be fun in the summertime, if, albeit probably crowded as all heck.
Woodbine traffic, Archer downwind, runway 31, left traffic, Woodbine.
And Ocean City traffic, Tomahawk's turning final, runway 32, Ocean City. Go full flaps. A little bit high, so we're just going to bleed some of that power. Okay. We're getting on glide slope, so we'll go ahead and got some birds at the end of the runway there, so just keep an eye on those guys. Add a little power. Alright, lay off the brakes here. Okay, I'm going to taxi over there, park next to some of those parked vehicles. We'll get our stamp, use the restroom, and then we'll head back to Doylestown.
So after finding a parking spot, I made a quick stop inside the FBO. It was nicely decorated for Christmas, as you can see through this part of the video. And then it was our trip back to Doylestown. This time we kind of went straight up north and was able to cut through the Philadelphia airspace instead of going around the Class Bravo. Okay
guys, I had a quick visit in Ocean City. Nice little airport, very friendly guy in the FBO there. We chatted for a little bit. We're talking a little bit about the Explore Maryland program, and I guess they seem to award some of that out here at this airport. And then we were just talking about fees. We're talking about fees, so I guess normally if you're leaving the airport, it's a $10 fee. If you're staying overnight, it's $15. So something to keep in mind if we decide to do a little bit of vacationing here in Ocean City at some point, whether it's spring, summer, or even the winter. All right, we're ready to go, so I'm going to go mixture full rich, fuel pump on, landing light on. I didn't hear any other traffic, so we will go ahead and announce our position and then get on our way here. So let me just make sure the radio's set. It's 127.905 for Pax River. Okay. Okay, and let's get out of here.
And we'll be number 2 behind the Tomahawk, and we do have a deer right here on the edge of the runway at 32 Ocean City.
Yep, and Ocean City, Tomahawk is departing, runway 32 will be a north departure, Ocean City. The door is locked. Power's coming full. $50. Start to rotate.
Ocean City traffic, 29er Golf, we line up in wake 32. Line up in wake 32, Ocean City. Ocean City traffic, 29er Golf, we're departing runway 32, have the Tomahawk in sight, Ocean City.
And Ocean City traffic, Tomahawk's departing to north, Ocean City.
Ocean City traffic, Skyhawk 395 Tango Hotel, 3 miles to southwest, inbound for left downwind 32, Ocean City.
And Patuxent approach, Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, just departed Ocean City. We are northbound and VFR to Doylestown. Request flight following.
November 1996 X-ray, say your three-letter for your destination type aircraft, press out to.
Okay, aircraft type is Papa Alpha Tree 8, and altitude is we're passing 2,000 for 5,500 for 96 X-ray.
And what was your destination?
Destination is Doylestown, Delta Yankee Lima.
Number 1996 X-ray, squawk 2456.
Okay, 2456 for 96 X-ray.
Number 1996 X-ray radar contact 4 miles north, Ocean City 3000, Salisbury, altimeter 3054.
Okay, 3054 and position checks for 96 X-ray, and I want to amend, I'm going to go 6,500, so it might be a little westbound.
1996 X-ray, can you do 5,500 for me now and then get 6,500 from the next controller?
Affirmative, 5,500 for now, 96 X-ray.
Appreciate it.
Alright, I'm not sure the camera will catch it because of the positioning there, but we've got a nice view of Ocean City, Maryland. It's quite populated compared to what it used to be 20 years ago when I came through here.
Number 1996 X-ray, contact Dover, approach on 132.42, 3242 today.
Okay, we're to Dover, 3242, 96 X-ray, have a good day.
Track 1105, after Swan, it'll be Tango 356, Martinsburg, Mike Romeo Bravo, direct destination, maintain 4,000.
After Swan, Tango 356 to Mike Romeo Bravo, direct destination, maintain 4,000, clear check 1105.
Free back correct.
And Dover approach, Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, leveling 5,500.
Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, Dover approach, to altimeter 3047.
Okay, 3047 for 96 X-ray.
And Dover approach, Twin Comanche 8567 Yankee, check center 3.5.
Twin Comanche 8567 Yankee, Dover approach, to altimeter 3047.
3047, 7 Yankee.
November 1996 X-ray, is this your Encourse heading to your destination?
Affirmative, I'm going to take the narrow part across the bay and then proceed direct from there for 96 X-ray.
November 78907 Whiskey, contact Philadelphia approach 119.75.
119.75 for 97 Whiskey.
November 1906 X-ray, contact Atlantic City approach 124.6.
Okay, over to Atlantic City approach 246 for 96 X-ray, have a good day.
Yep.
And good afternoon, Atlantic City approach, Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, 5,500.
Number 1996 X-ray, Atlantic City approach, Atlantic City number 3046.
3046, 96 X-ray.
Number 1996 X-ray, contact Philadelphia approach 133.87.
Okay, Philly approach 13387 for 96 X-ray, thank you very much.
Philly approach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Philly approach, Tomahawk 1996 X-ray, 5,500, VFR to Doylestown.
Number 1996 X-ray, Philly approach, good afternoon, Philly, altimeter 3047. You can, let's see, you can go Let's do direct to Philly International. Overfly Philly International at 5,500 and then on course to Doylestown from there.
Okay, direct to Philly for 96 X-ray.
And you are cleared to the Bravo 96 X-ray, 5,500.
Okay, appreciate that. Clear to the Bravo for 96 X-ray. All right, this is cool. We're going to get to fly right over the international airport. So hopefully we get some decent video of that. We'll see some big jets flying under us. So let's see how that goes. We got clearance into the Bravo, so that's also important that we verify that we did get that clearance. I got visual on the city straight ahead.
Freefall 1, just be advised, I'm showing 2 targets in the vicinity of Cross Keys there. It looks like one might be just about to land there, so I guess he's no factor. And then Jeff Stat helicopter about a mile south of you. It looks like he's southbound though, so I guess maybe that was kind of a useless call.
Freefall, copy, all thanks.
P-611 to heading 300.
300 on the heading, P-611.
American 768, Philly approach, Philly altimeter is 3047, expect 27 right, after SO to set and maintain 7000.
27 right, 3047, after SO, 10 to 7000, American 768.
All right, we're about 8 miles from Philly International. Got a nice viewpoint of runway 35 as well as the parallels 9 and 27.
Flight 2506, call approach 25-4, see ya.
25-4, good day, Frontier 2506.
American 768, good to set and maintain 6000 now.
10 to 6000, American 768.
American
210, then descend and maintain 6000, south to 4471.
American 1913, channel setting 300, short vector for spacing, slow to 210.
Heading at 300, speed 210, American 1913.
Flex jet 306, turning 260.
260 on the heading, flex jet 306.
Number 906 X-ray, contact approach 1238, let them know you're turning to Doylestown. Actually, you know, just stay with me for one more second. I'm sorry about that. Stay with me one more second.
Okay, 96 X-ray, stay with you and we'll go direct to Doylestown after Philly.
Good, thank you. For 96 X-ray, descend maintain 4,500.
9000, information hotel.
Flex jet 395, descend and maintain, I'm sorry about that, November 96 X-ray, descend maintain 4,500.
Okay, 4,500 for 96 X-ray.
American 1913, descend and maintain 6,000.
Descend and maintain 6,000, American 1913. Philly approach November 2373, Mike at 5,500.
Welcome, we'll get right back to you. Flex jet 306, reduce speed to 150.
150 on the speed, flex jet 306. Philadelphia approach, road strike 5323, information hotel 9000.
Flex jet 306, airport's up your right side here in about 6 miles, call it 10 miles.
Inside flex jet 306.
Flex jet 306, square the turn to final, clear visual approach, runway 35, 150 to 5 mile final.
150 to 5 mile final, square the turn to final, flex jet 306.
Number 69 X-ray, call approach 1238.
Okay, we're approach 123.8, 96 X-ray, thank you.
American 768, contact final 1254.
There also appears to be traffic just north of Flying W, 800 indicated, also possibly in the pattern. Just use caution for those. Squawk VFR frequency change approved. See ya.
Frequency change approved. Good day. Nozzle Hotel.
And approach Tomahawk 1906 X-ray, passing 4,900 for 4,500, about to turn to Doylestown.
Tomahawk 1906 X-ray, Philly approach, roger. 168 Foxtrot, roger.
Approach November 4353, X-ray 3,500.
November 4353 X-ray, Philly approach, Philadelphia altimeter is 3048, good afternoon.
3048, good afternoon, 53 X-ray.
November 610 Foxtrot Alpha, I'm going to get you over to advisory. There's traffic at 10 miles southwest of Wings, inbound, an Embraer Phenom, and also a Cruise 3500. They're inbound as well. You can squawk VFR, change to advisory frequency is approved. See ya. Take that 460 clear visual approach to Wings, change to advisory frequency approved. Don't forget to cancel.
I'll cancel right now for you. Exec Jet 460 cleared visual.
Exec Jet 460 IFR cancellation received. Squawk VFR. See ya.
We'll see ya.
Bridge Flex Jet 346, 7,700, descending 6,000.
All right, we got a nice little jet in front of us.
Exec Jet 434, are you here?
Yeah, Exec Jet 434, 4,000 with Mike. We got Trent in sight.
Exec Jet 434, roger. Cleared visual approach, runway 24.
Cleared visual 24, Exec Jet 434.
Flex Jet 346, Philly approach, descend and maintain 5,000.
So to maintain 5,000, Flex Jet 346, and we're also on a heading of 170.
Flex Jet 346, roger. Exec Jet 434, contact Trenton Tower 120.7, see ya.
Over to Tower, we'll see you, Exec Jet 434.
November 3, Papa November, traffic 3 o'clock, 2 miles southeastbound, 3,000 indicated.
Turning final, runway 23, Doylestown.
Better traffic, experimental on a 45 for downwind.
Alexandria traffic, arrow turning base, 26 Alexandria.
So if you stuck around for this video, I appreciate you hanging out for a longer video than normal. We had the opportunity to go to 2 Maryland airports and get my Explorer Maryland passport stamped by both of those FBOs. I also had a chance to share with you my thoughts on panel upgrades and some of the options out there. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch, and certainly hope you like, subscribe, and pass this on to others. More importantly, I hope you had a great time, and I look forward to seeing you again on a future flight. Until then, please take care.